this is what we call the Kaboom difference. There are 12 things right now that we are doing with leads that most vendors don't do. And I wanted to get your opinion on these, okay? The first is TCPA compliance. Okay, this is very important. I was in a six-figure. They try to get seven figures, but I was in a I was in a six-figure TCPA compliance lawsuit because I dropped a voicemail in someone's an audio clip in somebody's voicemail after they requested it. So this is really, really, really important, okay, when it comes to TCPA compliance, okay? I know big vendors right now that agents are using, and I've seen their landing pages and their forms, and they're not TCPA compliant because they don't have TCPA language. They don't have your number. They don't have a checkbox. They don't have a submit button. Like, you know what I mean? There's certain elements that make stuff TCPA compliant. Okay, that's one. Would you say TCPA compliance is important? Yes or yes? Okay, I'm curious. Well, the answer is yes. Next is FCC one-to-one consent. Most vendors are using one funnel, and then they're round robining those leads amongst several agents. Well, soon that will be uncompliant. We build a new lead campaign for every single agent. I'm also educating you on leads and what you should be looking for if you're new to the industry. This is very important training right now. Okay, we build a new lead campaign for every single agent, so it's entirely customized to just you. This also satisfies the new FCC one-to-one consent that is coming soon. Okay, would you say that's important? Would you say obeying the TCPA and FCC and some of the legalities and rules that are happening in our industry, would you say that's important? Yes, I would. Okay, that's the second one. The third is 2 phone numbers. We require 2 phone numbers with every single lead, a main contact number and a secondary phone number. We even put in the actual lead form, if we can't reach you, we can't help you. Okay, because if you, what good does it to get a lead that you can't get a hold of? Like, it doesn't, right? It doesn't help at all. And so we use 2 phone numbers, and that has helped us to get in front of people. Would you say that's important? Yes. Okay. Next is we actually text the prospect for the agent. We text them for you immediately to let them know you will be contacting them, and we mention your name 2 more times. Okay. Very important. Building trust. Like, what's a lead's biggest barrier to entry? What do they struggle with? They struggle with trust. We are trying to help you with trust. Okay, so we text them for you. Very, very important. Also, the agent's picture. You can upload your picture and we will include it in the process. It increases trust, right? Your picture. Okay. We mentioned the agent's name a total of 8 times. That's a lot, but again, trust and them remembering you. Would you say that's important? Yes, I would freaking say it's really important. Anthony Rodriguez, what's up, dude? He said, hey, I just ordered term leads. Those have been our most popular leads. And Kaboom, and included my picture. That's great, bro. That's amazing. So 8 times now. Also, I just did a big order for 500 final expense leads for an agency with impact. Her name's Paula. She's doing a telesales boot camp. We filled 500 leads. We started this order on Thursday afternoon. We've already filled the 500 leads this afternoon. 96 hours from ordering, we filled 500. Tony G, we filled 500 leads in 96 hours, okay? Ridiculous, okay? And over 10% of the leads have already called her directly. 500 leads, she's already got over 50 inbound calls, okay? Do you think inbound calls are easier than outbound calls? Yeah, right? Yeah, that's easier. That's a hack. Okay, that's a little hack when it comes to this marketing game. 13 to 14 data fields. We're getting 13 to 14 pieces of information for different lead types. I would say that's extremely important. Yes, would you agree? Okay, a lot of information. IUL is 14. Term life is 14. Okay, a ton of freaking information. Also, we text you immediately when a lead comes in, right? Because speed to lead is crazy important, which is why we actually email you as well, but we text and email you both as soon as a lead comes in. So you're aware. Boom. Hey, new leads available, right? Inbound click to call. We just added this feature today. Couple new things we added today. I'm super jacked about this one. We add your phone number, not only to the thank you page, that we already did, but we also now include it in an instant text message to the client that says, skip to talk to Stephen Robinson, skip the line and call Stephen now, with a clickable phone number to actually call Stephen's phone right away. We are hoping that this will double our inbound call rate from 10 to 20%. That's what we hope. Now, Steven, he got 7 inbound calls off of 17 leads. That's way higher than 10 or 20%, which is amazing. That's not normal. However, we are trying to constantly increase that. So we have his phone number and it's clickable on the freaking text to the prospect. We are going to innovate until we are better at all of this than any other vendor you know. I'm so freaking committed to this. Also, when you do your own marketing and your own ads and work with other people, you can use these as ideas to get better leads. I'm sharing all the intricate details of what we do. Okay. The clickable phone number is pretty freaking cool. I'm excited about that. Also, transparent ad copy. You want to increase conversions on marketing? Be honest and direct. Like I'm the fractional CMO for a guy right now. He got 1,600 5-star Google reviews, 1,600. He gets 120 inbound calls a month locally because he is getting Steven, this is for you for sure, because he's automatically texting and emailing a new client with a certain link asking for a Google review. He has 1,600 now, and he gets 120 inbound calls a month just because of that. But you guys got to be playing ball in your local market as well. You have to be. Okay, so we have honest, direct, and transparent ad copy. We never say it's free or it's by the state. I don't really like the whole state regulated, state approved, government this, right? I'm not a big fan of all that. I'm just not. So, because you can do it without having to do that. In our final expense step, we actually use the word affordable twice. We've changed it from our final expense verbiage that I was using when we first rolled this out on February the 28th. We also email the prospect. We're working on some new email. We're testing some new email templates, emailing the prospect for you. Dude, I'm going to continue to hammer this until these are the best leads on the planet. Like I am committed to this. But again, these are things that you need to know about if you're new to the industry or you're old that you may or may not know about. Very important. Okay. The inbound calls are for everything. Our Medicare inbound call rate is really high. Like Stephen Robinson's was whatever 7 divided by 17 is, that's 41%. Literally.
Yeah, so it ended up being 14 out of 30 inbound.
Woo! 14 out of 30. 46% called him. Jeez Louise, that's amazing.
Cody, something y'all need to add to that little list there is y'all are your API with CRMs, and then you go into your funnels as well. Y'all do that work for us. So
true.
That's on that checklist that is super beneficial for the ones that we don't get or whatever. It's dripping on them now. So
that's a good point. We do have CRM integration. Yes, that's a really good point. I forgot about that. Because we'll actually include that. Yep. That's really smart. I hope Tony G heard that I filled Paula Harrington's 500 final expense leads in 96 hours. I hope he heard that. I don't know if he did, but I'm just going to say it again, just in case, you know.
I'm training tomorrow morning. I'm sure I'll get told about it. So it's okay.
Let's go. Are you jumping on to help train that telesales room?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning.
Dude, good. That makes me feel even better. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now I know what I'm dealing with. So it'll be fun.
And she's gotten over 50 of them call her directly.
Wow.
She said she got 14 inbound calls in one day, and she's like, "How do I shut this off? I don't know what to do." I'm like, "Just answer the phone and book an appointment."
Correct. Good problem to have. Good problem to have.
Gosh, dude, great problem to have. Yeah, she's literally filled almost her entire order since Thursday afternoon. Yeah, it's crazy. We're not playing games anymore. We're not playing. I love the idea for this year. I mean, you know what? I'm going to ask you guys, any other ideas that you have that you wish lead vendors did that maybe we'll be able to, or just marketing companies in general, on ideas that you would like for us to consider. Okay. Also, the IUL leads. We got a guy from Symmetry that has already booked over half of his IUL leads into second appointments.
There's some things y'all did for me. When the first few came in, they weren't in the state I requested, and Joey was on it right away, being transparent and getting them replaced. So I got 30 of what I actually ordered. There was no, hey, well, good luck, which I've had before. So it's not, yeah, I mean, it's y'all are fully transparent. You set the stage up front of what will happen. And that's what I wish all lead vendors in the past would have done, but that's not what does happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a big one.
That's actually really cool that you said that. That is a big point. Like, hey, we'll make it right. We do have an affiliate link. You can go to kaboomleads.com and actually become an affiliate. We've had a guy get he's already got over $1,000 in free. You can sign up and get your own affiliate link. We had a guy that's already got 1,000. He's already, Michael Vigil, he's already got over $1,000 in free leads because he had a bunch of people buy through his link, which is cool. So that is possible. You could be like, when people are asking about leads in these Facebook groups, you could be sharing your link and you will literally get free leads out of the deal. You know what I mean? Like if you get one agent that buys $1,000 in leads, you get $100 in free credits. You get 5 agents to do that, you get a whole order paid for. You get 5 or 10 agents to use your link every week, you get free leads every week forever. I think that's pretty cool, right? And so I've seen that has to start to happen. I think more people should be doing that for sure. I really do. Also to Deanna's point, want to see exactly what the prospect sees. That's a very good point. I think one of the things we can definitely do is I can definitely share the exact ad copy. I don't know if I want to share some of the exact videos just because I feel like I'll get ripped off. That's my only concern, because I do agree. I wish I could just put it out there, but I hate to say this, over the last 8.5 years of doing this, every time we launch something, somebody else launches it shortly after. And so I have to be I hate that that's the case, because I like being open and honest and transparent and like just sharing everything. That's how I speak. If you ever come to an event, that's just how I speak. Yeah, I think the ad copy, we could easily do that. I think I could even have like a link to maybe like a file or something that says, here's what every person sees for every lead type. Yeah, because we don't use like the whole, everything's free and you're gonna win $500 like a lot of marketing does.
I'm going to say this, and I know Deanna's not going to take this personally because I'm not talking to her by any stretch of the imagination, because we're friends and she knows this. Most of the time when you hear that, that's an excuse from a weak rep, which Deanna's not, so you know I'm not talking to her. Anytime you start talking about, oh, I got to see the ad copy or everything else. Okay, listen, people that fill out forms fill out more than one. Okay, they fill out more than one. I don't know who needed to hear that, but it doesn't matter if it's final expense, IULs, mortgage, they are clickers, so they will get that. So Cody can sit here all day long. This is what's going to happen. Cody's going to give you his ad copy. It's going to say right on there, affordable, life insurance, blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to take an ad and the lady's going to go, they said it was free, and hang up on you. And you're going to say, Cody sucks and he doesn't know what he's doing. And it wasn't Cody's ad she was talking about. That's the bottom line. So I don't believe anybody says anything over the phone at all, ever. If they're talking their line and they don't know what they saw, I know what I bought. I know Cody. I trust Cody. And that's what I'm going with, not with the guy signing on the other phone who's clicking on 3 ads a day. I'm done. Thanks.
That was good, actually. I hope you guys picked up on that. That was really, 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 really good feedback. Amazing. Also, good to see you, Angela M. TikTok genius. Good to see you. You're awesome.
Hey, let me just say this from people that have never bought leads before, and like this is kind of new to us. That is the mindset. And I'm so glad that you just said that, Tony, because I don't have a lot of experience with that kind of thing. So that would be something good to teach people more of, because I never thought of that. I'm thinking it's somebody just, filling out a lead form because suddenly they decided they needed life insurance. So that's huge. I got to make sure I remember
that's a fair
that.
point. That is a fair point, because I was kind of, people may take what I said a little bit offensive, but if you don't have that experience, that's true. That you're just going to believe what you're hearing on the phone, assuming you're dealing with a reasonable person. So that's a fair point that Dan's bringing up there. So if you don't have the experience, you may
That's a great teaching point.
Yeah, you may be well, and that's like day one training with me. The first thing we go over is the client and the leads, and get that head straight right off the bat, because that will mess you up more than anything.
Yeah.
And think about it, when you click on a product on Facebook, how many times do you see an ad for that other product? So that's one thing with what I've seen from the quality of these Kaboom leads and lead gen is they've been screened really well. They've seen your name over and over, so they do have an idea who you are. But their Facebook feed's gonna be full of crappy final expense lead, IUL leads after they've done yours. So it's Facebook's really good at making those impressions, because that's what they get paid on, and clicks. But yeah, I don't know, 14 out of 30 phone calls, I can't. I mean, obviously his lead system does something well.
That's awesome. Thanks, buddy. I'm trying to keep increasing that. I don't know if I can increase yours, but in general, it's typically a little lower.
You get over 50% on call-ins, you're going to have to raise the rate because people will start like literally ordering by the second at that point. 50% call-in, dang.
Yeah,
I did say I sold 18 last week. So
true
Yeah.
that.
Well, not everybody's as good as you. I mean, come on.
Oh,
You got a
Joey-
driver.
yes.
You have a driver.
Joey, I need that to be an ad that Steven sold 18 last week. So just don't let me forget that. Okay. Plus, Steven Robinson's a bad dude, man, when it comes to Medicare. He's a bad dude.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're gonna love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there. I'm so excited for today's CA Power Player podcast. I'm your host, Cody Askins. We got a special guest. He is back on the channel talking about how to sell life insurance from home. Here's what I love about this person. Okay, I'm telling you, this will be one of the best.